for the St. Louis Blues. Why am I here? It's because everyone's watching hockey right now, and I don't want to be unideal. But let's get into this because we got a lot to cover, shall we? The first period, little crazy, little stressful. First off, the Jets get the first win out of the way. That's big. Now, historically, the second win has been the hard part, but one step at a time. Winnipeg Jets get to Jordan Binnington well enough. They come back. They get a comeback win, down 3-2 in the midway through the third. They come back, tie it, and they take the lead late in the game and win. Let's go through it, shall we? So first off, early on, the yawn counter has started. Connor Hellebuyck scared me early on in this game. I wasn't inspired with confidence. Connor Hellebuyck gives up a few goals that he probably shouldn't have. First off, he gives up a power play goal here.
Guys got ahead of the play.
Blues take a 1-0 lead on a power play. The reffing tonight was atrocious. Like, for both sides. For both sides. If you're a Blues fan or a Jets fan, no one's happy with the officiating tonight. The refs were just making up penalties in the first two periods. Just making up penalties. We get a power play then because they miss a high stick on Mark Scheifele, and then they call a Chinsey like slash or whatever to make as a makeup call, and then Mark Scheifele from below the goal line scores. Giving a 1-1 reaction here.
Give him lane if you give him room. Yeah!
And then the Jets go bang bang, and this is a big story. First off, the power play hitting, that's a good story. But you know what else what's a better story in my opinion? The fourth line. Jared Anderson-Dolan. Morgan Barron, by the way, originally got credited for this. Jared Anderson-Dolan, it would turn out, was the actual recipient of this goal. Jared Anderson-Dolan on a deflection from the point from Luke Shen makes it 2-1 reaction here.
Keep shooting!
Oh, what a pass!
Man, to have depth like that. Like, by the way, Jared Anderson-Dolan, he's getting an honorable mention. He's the honorable mention for this game. Jared Anderson-Dolan played like a goddamn rock star. I don't even know how to explain it, but JAD was one of the top 5 Jets players on the ice tonight. He was all over the ice. He was pushing play. The fourth line came out like they were a bat out of hell, and I loved it. The bottom 6 as a whole did pretty solid, but the fourth line especially. They were energized the entire game. Unfortunately, Oscar Sundqvist scores late in the first period to make a 2-2 reaction here.
Get the damn puck out!
Why does every play end up in the back of the net?
All right, and then we cut to the end of the second period. Here's Carter's thoughts on the game.
Jets win huge. So me and Zach, as you see, firstly, you'll notice my voice is completely shot. Man, what a game to be at. Some concerns, but man, I gotta mention here. Alex Iafallo was fantastic from start to finish. Was able to score a goal, but he was always driving that net. He was everything that Alex Iafallo needed to be and more. And when we're missing guys like Velarde and Ehlers, especially Velarde on that line, Iafallo's got to do as good of a job as he can, and he filled that role perfectly. And then at the end of the game, Butch Navich is looking around for a fight. Alex Iafallo says, okay, I will take your fight. Beats his ass. Butch Navich gets up, says, I want some more, and Alex Iafallo decides to feed him another fight loss. Alex Iafallo, 2 fight wins and a goal, and I don't think enough people are talking about his game, so good game for Alex Iafallo. A little bit concerned about Hellebuck letting in as many as he did. However, I don't think any of those goals were truly that terrible. Just is a little too deep in his net. Gonna kind of approach that, but him getting that stop in the breakaway, I think gave him a little bit of confidence or whatever, but this notion that he is just the complete Swiss cheese that we've seen previously, I'm not necessarily convinced on that. And at the end of the day, last time we played the Blues, until that last game, Game 6, it was all road wins. So Jets need to win at least one at home. Now the big test is win Game 2 because we've lost many in a gentleman's sweep. So win Game 2. Let's get it done. Go Jets, go!
So we go to the second period, and Connor Hellebuck gives up his third goal on like 12 shots. Courtesy of Jordan Cairo on the power play reaction here.
No, oh my God. Get him out of there. Why are you so deep?
That's less than ideal. That is less than ideal. I wasn't upset with Connor Hellebuck today, but I wasn't overall impressed. It's an area to improve going forward. I hope this is the baseline, and that's where we start. So, the second period was solid. Overall, after that, the Jets pretty much dominate the rest of the second period. They get a lot of pressure. They just can't put it home. There's a couple close calls. Kyle Connor was pissing me off in the first 2 periods of this game. Fortunately, he stuck it out in the third period. But still, we go to the third period, and the Jets decide, you know what? Fuck you. The game's over. Oh, first off, what time is it?
Moose Watch!
Moose Watch! So, the Manitoba Moose have ended their season. First off, Alphonse Frey signs a 2-year deal in the Swedish league, so he's going to be sticking around in Sweden for a while. That's okay for his development. We don't need to worry about that. He's going to be like 20 when he comes out. We're fine with that. The Manitoba Moose win their final game of the regular season. Now, some contracts won't probably be moving around much because players are still under contract with the Jets. Also, they usually wait for the NHL team to get eliminated to find out if they're going to the German league. The German league is usually the first domino to fall, which I've just noticed from a trends. There was a rumor a month ago about Axel Jonsson-Fjällby leaving, and his contract is up. So maybe food for thought. Dylan Coghlan scores in this last game against I guess somebody scored in the game. 3-1. Colorado scored. Dylan Coghlan scores the final goal. He gets his 12th of the season for the Moose. And also, Dominic DiVincentis gets his first ever career shutout in the AHL. Also, Thomas Milch is lighting it up in the ECHL with 2 back-to-back shutouts in the Kelly Cup playoffs, which is the ECHL playoffs. That's great to see. And then, yeah, that's about it on that. Keep an update on WHL and OHL playoffs to see more. But yeah, so here's period. It was dicey. It was dicey. The third period.
The third period was freaking awesome.
Come on. You're off the screen.
They know who it is already.
They do know who it is.
Hello.
Third.
What's going on?
So the third period.
Crack a beer. Let's talk about the third period, ladies and
Third
gentlemen.
period.
How we doing?
So the third period, I would say, was a continuation of the last 5 minutes of the second. In the sense that the Jets were completely, the energy level was up there. Also, too, fun fact, the Blues got less than 3 shots in the final minute of play.
We can dance on that.
That's not a good way to win a hockey
at
game.
all.
How are you going to win a hockey game?
That's
like that?
why the Blues were trying to fight everybody in a Jets jersey with 2 seconds left on the clock.
This is
because
true. This is
they
true.
were salty.
The facts are just there. I
They
have
were
nothing to do.
salty.
I have nothing
They
we can
were,
do.
in the words of JetsHub, were they razzled? I think they were
Did he say
razzled.
razzled?
He said razzle dazzled. He
right.
said razzle dazzled. He didn't say razzle dazzled, but he said razzled. We're gonna roll with it anyway.
Okay, so first off, here's the IFL goal to tie the game.
But Connor says it was way too much. Over there! Yeah!
That's lovely. That was lovely. That was lovely. The goal and that. So how did you Alex IFL kind of gets lucky.
You mean
here.
the goat?
The
The
goat.
Italian Swiss Army knife?
The
surfer
Italian
boy
Swiss Army knife.
from the West Coast?
He kind of gets lucky. The puck just bounces to him.
Let's be real though.
No.
Most Alex IFL goals since his promotion with the Velarde injury, I'm not taking anything away from the $3.7 million man. That being said, when you're playing with Kyle Connor and Mark Scheifele, if you're not getting those tapping goals in front of the crease, what the hell are you doing?
This is true. So he gets that one, and then the game's starting to wind down, but the Jets are hammering them left, right, and center.
Yes, they were.
Brandon Tanev was really physical tonight. I talked about this already.
Shout out to Brandon Tanev, and more importantly, Kevin Shoveldayoff. I thought you fumbled the trade deadline. You did not. Shen, primary assist tonight. Not only was he getting a primary assist tonight, but he also
Secondary assist.
Primary?
I think they moved it to secondary because they moved the thing around.
I'm going to call it a primary because I don't have a box score in front of me.
Yeah.
And he also made Logan Stanley look like a half-decent third-pairing defenseman tonight.
Debatable, but we'll give it.
It is very debatable, but because the Jets won, we're going to let it slide.
So then, late in the game, also Jared Anderson Dolan, dog.
How the fuck has that guy been all
Jared
game
Anderson
long?
Dolan, dog.
How long
Dog.
genuine question, sorry to throw it off. Has he played like only 4 or 5 games?
He's played about 5 games.
That's actually insane.
He's played about 5 games in the NHL this season.
That's actually insane.
Actually, I would say less. I'd say he probably played
right? 3, that's what I was thinking.
I
Like, it's crazy.
3. He's got 1 assist.
He
in the
looks
game.
sharp. He looks sharper than half the fucking forwards.
Well, he got that
on
one
6.
assist. He got that one
on
assist in
St. Louis.
Dallas, and then that was it. But yeah, we talked about it. I mentioned that already. Late in the game, tie game, face off in the offensive zone. Puck's away. Now before that pass got that got moved around. When I saw Scheifele curling up there, I'm like, oh, what's he doing? How do you have all that room?
What are you doing,
Where's
Scheif?
all that room?
Where are you going,
Where's all
Mark?
that room? And he finds it over to Kyle. Con. Who?
The chef's kiss. Beautiful. Good night.
Good night.
See you later.
Reaction
Bye-bye.
over here.
Oh!
Right over there.
And Kyle Connor just sets the roof on fire. He sets the roof on fire.
I don't even know if we set the roof on
He set
fire.
the-
I think there
ablaze.
Might, I
The
don't
city
even think there might be a roof.
The
up
city
there.
ablaze. It was Jets take the lead, and then the St. Louis Blues try to pull their goalie immediately. And
Doesn't
Mason
matter.
Appleton says, "Fuck
Doesn't
you."
matter.
He dumps it in, and Adam Lowry scores.
He also-
5-3
that was
reaction here.
redemption moment for Mason Appleton because I gotta say, Mr. Passenger tonight.
A little bit.
Like, no, not a little bit. He was.
Quite a bit.
Did he score an empty netter?
No.
God.
He got an assist. Because remember, he dumps it off the boards and then Lowry just taps it in.
Did he get an assist? He did. But he was still a passenger.
Yes.
If James Anderson-Dolan's outperforming Mason Appleton in Game 1, he's played 3 games in the regular season, I think that goes to show that maybe we don't...
Mason Appleton might not be...
Mason Appleton. Maybe we don't. Maybe we do. I don't know. I'm not Kevin
you can find that shit
Cheveldayoff.
at
But
home.
if I was,
Yes.
I
Yes.
might not have some apples.
So let us know down below your thoughts.
Don't let us know down
Please
below.
leave
Don't.
a like on the
Please
video
don't.
and subscribe.
Make sure you dislike, because then we'll know who the real fans are, because you watched all the way to the end, and I told you to dislike, and if you
Don't
dislike,
listen to
then
it.
you are the real Nolan hockey fan.
Don't listen to this.
You've
This
been
is
here since day one of the Mason Volume game.
Shamocracy. This is
This is not. This is how it goes.
The Jets will win game 2 now.
Will they?
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna be sitting next to you.
We'll
this
see.
one,
Yeah,
so
we're
let's
gonna be sitting
We got
next to each other
tickets
this.
together for that one. So
Let's
that's gonna
go.
be a hell of a
Thanks so
night.
much for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Nickel Anders chips it through, gets it